many of you have ever sent a text while driving? Can I have a show of hands? As I can see, most of you have sent text while driving. Over the years, I've heard stories about horrible accidents of people who have sent text while driving. This is a relevant issue because many of us drive and have the urge to be on our phones. I thoroughly researched this topic, and today I will identify the dangers of distracted driving, why people text and drive, and what we can do to prevent it. By the end of this presentation, I hope to persuade you to think twice before letting yourself become distracted while driving. The first thing I'm going to talk about is why distracted driving, the dangers of distracted driving. The 21st century allows us to be online at any time. We can talk, text, watch TV, play games, and many other things. If you're driving 55 miles an hour and look at your phone for 5 seconds, you've just driven the length of a football field without paying attention to the road. As any football fan would know, a lot can happen in 100 yards. According to Robert J. Debray in his article, Texting and Driving, 93% of car wrecks are caused by human behavior and error. Texting and driving falls into this category. People are too busy looking at their phones or changing the radio station, but your attention should be on the road, not your phone. The next thing I'm going to talk about is why people are distracted while driving. People are distracted while driving for the obvious reasons. They are on social media, talking to others, and another variety of reasons. But people who have the most confidence in themselves are normally the people who text and drive. According to a magazine article in The Zebra, there were a study done in 2015. There were 290,000 injuries due to drunk driving and 391,000 injuries due to driving distracted. If you drink 4 beers, that is a comparison of drunk driving distracted at the same time. So 4 beers before you get into a car is like driving distracted. The FCC, according to the FCC, about 481,000 drivers use their cell phones while driving in America daily. That is an exorbitant amount of distracted drivers. Your attention should be on the road, not your phone. People lose their focus very easily, and you don't want to be the cause of someone getting hurt or even dying. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what the government is trying to do to prevent distracted driving. In the state of New Jersey, if you're the cause of a texting and driving injury, you could face up to 10 years in prison and up to $150,000 in fines. There are nearly 330,000 injuries each year due to texting and driving. The state of Kansas prohibits now any receiving, sending, or typing any text messages. The NHTSA, the U.S. Department of Transportation National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, recently announced that You Drive, You Pay, You Text campaign is recently underway. In 2017, 3,166 people were killed in texting and driving accidents. This was a 9% decrease from 2016. First-time offenders of texting and driving laws are subject to a $100 fine, and second-time offenders, repeat offenders, are subject to $200 fines. If you want to prevent being able to receive these fines or being tempted, there's a way. If you have your iPhone, can you please pull it out? There's a way for you to disable your notifications while you're driving. If you open up your settings and you scroll down to Do Not Disturb, which is between the sounds and haptics and screen time, you can click on that. Scroll all the way down where there's the Do Not Disturb while driving title, and there's the button that says Activate. Many of you have it on manually because you're able to receive texts and calls while you drive. But if you click on Automatically, you are now unable to receive any calls or texts while you are driving because your phone will register that you are in motion. And if somebody really needs to get a hold of you, they can type, if they send you a text message, they can type in the word urgent, and that text message will go through. You can either then pull over to the side of the road to read it, or you can ask Siri to read it to you. Or you can click on When Connected to Car Bluetooth if your car has Bluetooth. On that, your calls will come in as normal through your speakers and everything, and your text messages will also come through. So, by telling this next story, I hope to bring this all to your focus. A man named Paul Ziegler was on September 23rd, 2012, was riding his bicycle 4 miles outside of McPherson. And while he was riding it, a white pickup truck driven by a 17-year-old student drifted off to the left side of the center line and hit him head first. The 17-year-old student said he dropped his pocket knife and leaned down to pick it up, and when he started to drift over and killed Ziegler. This inattentive driver is the cause of an unfortunate accident that could have been prevented. So today, I believe that distracted driving is the leading cause of accidents on the highway. I hope that you do not become distracted while driving and can avoid these kind of incidents. Today, I've identified the dangers of distracted driving, why people text and drive, and what we can do to prevent it. I hope you make the commitment to not let yourself become distracted while driving. If you make this pledge, you can avoid becoming a statistic in the battle against distracted driving. Please understand that if you do decide to text and drive, remember, that could be the last text you ever send. Thank you.